Hello everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the gear I use. Now there's a variety of different types of gear I use and I'm going to go through them today. Let's start with my camera. So I just use, it's a very cheap camera these days. Entry level Nikon D3300 at the moment, but I'm looking at getting Canon 5D Mark IV quite soon. And then I've got a 24-70 f2.8 lens. And this lens is brilliant. I think it's Mark 1. It's got no VR, but it's really good and it's held up really nicely. The zooming has gotten quite stiff from something that happened on a shoot, which is a bit of a shame, but you know, all good gear has an end eventually, but it still works fine and it zooms, but it's just a little bit stiff. And I'm looking at getting it repaired quite soon. I also have a 3-legged thing L bracket. Love L brackets, they're just so helpful. Then now we'll talk quickly about tripods. I'll start with my little Sirui T025X. And this tripod you would have seen me use in quite a few videos, especially my Inyata vlog videos. And I love this tripod so much. It's a carbon fiber, it's really, really light. You can take it anywhere and it's like carrying a feather. It's really light. I'm not sure actually how stable it is. I take this tripod around with me for when I want to do a shoot and I've got a bit of walking to do or travel, things like that. And if it's not too windy, I'll take that tripod too. Now for the heavy duty stuff, like my astrophotography and things like that, I use my Manfrotto 190 Go. This tripod has been through it all with me. It is a really, really good tripod. I bought it a few years ago. I mean, it's very, very heavy, and for that reason, I don't really take it out that much. But like, I wouldn't take it with me hiking or anything. But it's more an astrophotography tripod and tripod for when I'm just shooting locally, like in the city and things like that. But yeah, and on here I have a Manfrotto ball head. This ball head has 3 levels, which is really good. It's really helpful for getting your tripod perfectly level, and you'll notice that all my tripods, well, all but one, are Arca Swiss. That's because I use my L bracket with them. And this has 3 different screws. One of my favorites is the tension, so you can lessen the tension so that it's easier to move this around, or you can make it tighter so it's a bit more stiff. I really like that actually. It's really, really helpful. And then, so that's obviously to unlock the ball, and then this is just rotating. Really good tripod, very happy with it. Just wish it wasn't so heavy, and I do hope to upgrade to a bit more expensive tripod eventually, so it's carbon fiber, light, and is a lot more stable, because, well, this doesn't even have any levels or anything on it. So now this tripod here I've had for quite a long time. Actually, I think it's one of my first tripods when I started photography. It's just a slick, I don't know what the model is, but and it's just the normal 2-way head, the one that came with it. And I honestly don't care about this tripod too much. I mainly just use this for filming when I'm putting you guys on a tripod. Now let's briefly talk about the recording equipment I use for making these videos. I just use my iPhone XR with a Joby vlogging tripod and the Rode Video Micro. It's really, really solid setup, and I'm meaning to add a few lights on, a light or two, so that during my sunrise shoots my face can be lit up. Now let's move on to my bags. So this bag I just bought recently. It's basically just to chuck into a pack or something, maybe like a hiking pack if I go hiking or something. Not that I go hiking a lot, but it's really, really good. I haven't actually used it at all yet, but it's sort of just a bit like a camera cube, just to chuck in a pack when I need to. And it also comes with a little shoulder bag, which is good as well. So yeah, well, it's a camera insert, that's what it is. Now let's move on to my other bag. So on the top here, I just have a three-legged thing, tripod tool, and actually having this, when I didn't have it, I didn't realize how helpful it is having an Allen key flat head, and well, I use that as a bottle opener sometimes. But yeah, no, it's having something like this on your bag is just so helpful. I never really realized how helpful it was. Now, so I just use it's a very easy, try and put this one, this bag is just really cheap, Photo Classic BP 300 AW. I've had this bag for about 2 years. It's really held up well, and it's just a very basic bag with camera inserts and space for iPad, but I'm hoping to upgrade quite soon. Let's start with lenses. So first of all, I have 35mm f2.8, pretty solid lens. I haven't used it in a while, but I just keep it in there just in case. And then I actually found this one in my cupboard just recently. It's the 18-200 f3.5. I've had this for a while, and I sort of forget that I have it, but yeah, I've added it to my bag, and I haven't actually shot with it properly just yet. So I'm looking forward to shooting with that. And then I just have a rocket blower, accessory bag. I also carry a shoelace around with me, just in case I need to tie something. When I was on a shoot once, I took my shoelace out and basically just put it in the bag, and I never have taken it out. Then I also have these Zeiss lens cleaners, and these are really good. You can get these off Amazon for about 15 bucks. And then I just carry a head torch as well, and it's got red settings for when I'm on an astro shoot. Microfiber towel. I also have a shutter remote in here, a wireless shutter remote, but the wireless receiver is out of battery and it runs out very, very quickly, so I haven't been filling it up. And then here are the exciting ones. I have a Nissi 5 filter case. I actually, for some reason, keep the filters in the separate cases when they're in there. So I don't know why I do that. I guess it's just because I don't really trust the thing to keep them safe, and these things are bloody expensive. So this is a 10 stop ND Hoya filter. Really love this. I bought it about 3 weeks ago, and it has stepped up my game, and I hope to make a video about that and another filter I have just here. So next one here is my Polarizer, my Nissi Polarizer. Very, very good. I love it so much. It's again changed my photography a lot, and just makes everything so much cleaner and clearer, and it's just so beautiful. The next filter I have is my Nissi Natural Night filter. Actually, if you were around before I restarted my channel, you would have seen me review that, and I love it so much. This filter, if you're thinking about getting it, get it. It's really good for astrophotography and city photography, all nighttime stuff. This just cuts out loads of the glare. It's incredible. If you have a look on the Nissi website, you can see before and after. And the amount that this thing does is just incredible. Nissi does some really good ingenuity with their glass, and I love it. So I also have spare battery for my camera and my Arsenal. Now, before I restarted my channel, this was actually, I did a lot of videos on this thing, and I thought it was incredible. I thought it was really, really cool, and stuff like that. I was really happy with it. It was basically an AI thing for your camera, but it also stacked photos into HDR and did the long exposure trick that you can do in Photoshop, but in camera. Did all that stuff in camera. There was a really advanced auto mode, but I never used that. I like to have full control of my camera. It was a good thing, and I haven't really tried it out since then because it was so buggy and there were so many things wrong with it, and it was a bit of a shame because, you know, it could have gone a long way, but they never really fixed many of the bugs, so yeah. And also, with your microfiber towels, it's always a good idea to keep it in a Ziploc bag just so that it keeps clean, because I find that if it's rolling around in my bag, not that my bag's very dirty, well, it probably is actually, but I find that if I just leave it loose in my bag, it gets either lost or it gets super dirty. So a lot of the stuff in that bag there, I actually don't use that often, but you know, it is good to have in my bag just in case. I mean, none of that gear is too heavy except for my the 24-70 lens and maybe the 18-200, and of course this Manfrotto tripod which weighs almost a ton. So I think I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. I'm usually out on location, so stay tuned for more of those videos. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.